it. I need to get some grip tape, gotta get my stick made. Maybe get some pads, play goal, make a 6 save. No pads, and I'll mix them out of thick tape. Yeah, it was kinda ghetto, but we were just kids, eh? If your childhood was like mine was, when this song comes on, you still...
Welcome to another Coach Johnny video. This video covers the basic order of movements for almost all movements the goalie will cover. This does not mean it applies to every movement, just a general rule that will help with almost all non-desperation movements from a T-push to a C-cut to butterflies. The order of movement in most cases should be as follows: eyes, head, stick and gloves, shoulders, and then lower body. Sometimes this may vary for the odd situation, but for the most of our movements and repositioning, the order here is best to follow. Our eyes are to track the puck because we can't stop what we can't see. We use our head to aid in tracking and keep visual attachment. Our stick is the steering wheel in which the center of the blade faces and points to the puck, and we use it to guide ourselves. The gloves should move together as one, like there is a rod or a string between them. Your shoulders allows for rotation of stick and gloves and rotating in the trunk of the body. The lower body will follow, hips and legs. They can help in rotation if needed. Our eyes are able to track the puck, hence why they should always lead the movement, as we can't stop what we can't see in most cases. The next body part to move is the head, which can help with or lead in tracking the puck and visual attachment. Our head should always be looking at the puck, even if it's only an estimation on where the puck is. The only obvious exception is when we look around briefly to see where opponents or possible plays are. Your stick blade is the steering wheel. The direction of almost any movement can be steered from the center face of the blade. Where it is pointing will affect where our upper body points if moving correctly, so it should always point towards the puck and be on the ice. If the blade is not pointing in the right direction, chances are our 5-hole will be exposed in our movement and our movement will be unbalanced or at the very least sloppy. This control of direction will in turn affect the blocker and part the glove. Okay, so our stick is now turned to the puck, thus our blocker must be pointed in the right direction as well. Now imagine there's a string tied between the blocker and the glove, keeping them just under body width apart at all times. Thus, we want them to move as one cohesive unit when executing most of our movements. If we fail to do this, the shooter may find holes under our hands or in our arm area, or we may do what's called double coverage. Double coverage is when two body parts cover the same area, which is in turn a waste of our net coverage. If we move both hands together and properly, then the natural flow should also steer and direct the shoulders and the upper body. For our shoulders and upper body, I want you to rotate in the trunk of the body to allow the stick blade and hands to face the puck. It should come from the trunk to aid in isolating the upper and lower body from each other, allowing them to operate independently. We also need to do this in a way so that when our legs initiate their part of the movement, we can use our hips to further drive the rotation if needed. Sometimes the force of our leg movement can also aid in squaring up to the puck and helping drive the rotation from our lower body. When learning, you want to do these parts in steps, but once the steps are memorized, speed starts being added and you will find it becomes very smooth and natural and your sequence quickly blurs into one. Once your upper body is square to the puck, only then can we move the lower body. The lower body part of the movement, our hips and legs, usually just swivel under us and square up to follow the upper body. Then our footwork should take us in our desired position without chasing space or affecting the upper body from staying square to the puck. If you've isolated well, then hopefully you are balanced in your movement and allow your upper body to react and possibly make a save even if needed during the movement. Okay, for a quick review of order of movement. Please remember when doing any movement you should start slow and get the technique and balance ingrained in muscle memory before moving on. After its steps are committed, you can add speed into the repetitions. Then speed with a slow shot so that the movement is not compromised in order to make the save. Then finally move on to full speed drills. After a full speed is mastered, you can add in more complex situations or movements. Our first order is to remember our eyes must move first in order to track the puck. Then your head should follow to aid in tracking or to re-establish visual attachment. Next piece is the stick blade's front face must point to the puck. When doing this, the blocker will move as well. Since the blocker and glove are tied together via an imaginary string or stick or rod, the gloves will now follow along with the stick movements. Basically, if done correctly, it will start to look like it's moving as one. To facilitate this rotation of our stick or gloves, our shoulders will then have to move, and we will rotate from the trunk upwards. Next piece is to follow with your hips, which should pull the legs around. If more rotation or squaring up is needed, we can drive it from our legs or the hips or the leg movement. Follow this guideline and you should find you can get square to the puck and move into proper position quickly, efficiently, and hopefully without exposing any holes in space. This has been another Coach Johnny instructional video. I hope you like it and found it useful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below this video. Please feel free to like, subscribe, and share. And always, have fun on the ice. I swear it's the biggest key to loving the game and playing it for an extended amount of time. Keep your stick on the ice, boys and girls.
I need to get some grip tape, gotta get my stick made. Maybe get some pads, play goal, make a 6 save. No pads, and I'll mix them out of thick tape. Yeah, it was kinda ghetto, but we were just kids, eh? And if your childhood was like mine was, when that song comes on, you still get that buzz. And you know what to do, it doesn't matter where you was. Get the beer, get the chips, and just turn it on up. So get the beer, bring the chips over here, bring the dip. I hear the Hockey Night song playing. Score goals, big hits, let's go. Score goals, big hits, let's go all night now.